Like around 40 years you worked in the United States as a physiotherapist, right? So why you thinking to remove from now Australia? How is challenging this exam for you? Because at this age, many of us like forget the theory things and we are just practicing.
I was very, very pleased and found three things that I really enjoyed about this particular setup. First of all, your instructors.
So this like 3-4 month coaching is enough to pass this exam, do you think, or student need more time? Hello everyone and welcome to Academically. And today we have a Howard Rice. He is from US joining us. So he is one of the students for Australian Physiotherapy Council exam. So we will discuss his journey. He is one of the students at Academically. So hi, welcome Howard. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
So if you can just give us a brief intro about yourself, your education, and currently what are you doing? And so far you have a long experience.
Yes, I will. I have completed 40 years of clinical practice here in the United States and have practiced in a variety of different situations in physical therapy setting, everything from inpatient, outpatient, acute care, musculoskeletal, neuro, the whole thing. I started in 1983 when in the United States, a physical therapy student needed only their Bachelor of Science degree. That lasted until 1989 when the American Physical Therapy Association said 5 years instead of 4, and we're going to graduate them all as Masters of PT. I went back to school in 1989 and got my master's degree in exercise physiology. In 1991, with my bachelor's in PT and my master's in phys, I knew I could compete with these students who were graduating with their masters in PT. In the year 2000, the American Physical Therapy Association went back to the drawing board a second time and said 7 years instead of 5, and we're going to graduate them all as doctors of PT. So I was able to go back to school and finish my doctoral while I continued to work full time. Now I've been practicing as a traveling physical. I don't care for Wisconsin winters any longer. And so in the wintertime, I am practicing in the southern United States, and in the summer, practicing in the northern United States.
It's a very long journey. You're in like around 40 years you worked in the United States as a physiotherapist, right? So why you thinking to remove from now Australia? Is there any specific reason, or you want to practice here?
Because both Australia and New Zealand are south of the equator,
Yes.
you are starting summer when I am starting winter. I said,
Yes, you are
I
right.
said to my wife, why wouldn't we celebrate 12 months of summer a year? So in the summer, I'll practice in Wisconsin, and in the winter, I'll practice in Australia.
Wow. Can like 6 months in the US and 6 months in Australia can practice like this.
Yes.
Okay, so how is challenging this exam for you? Because at this age, many of us like forget the theory things and we are just practicing the knowledge. So this exam is very tough for you, or like mediocre exam? What kind of question they ask? And we whatever we give the material and taught in the class, it is enough, or you have also studied something extra material for yourself to pass this APC exam?
What I have found in my studies of learning, there is an author by the name of Peter Brown,
Peter
and
Brown.
he
Okay.
wrote a text, Make It Stick, The Art of Successful Learning. And in that text, he describes that as people, we're not dedicated enough to complete a strict course of study by ourselves. We need a coach. And so I went into the internet to see how I could get help studying for my APC, and that was where I was introduced to Academically.
Okay.
I was very, very pleased and found three things that I really enjoyed about this particular setup. First of all, your instructor's motivation and enthusiasm kept me as a very interested learner. Even after 40 years of practice, I was thrilled to be in their audience. The second thing that made it very appropriate for me is because I'm in the United States, I'm plus 11. So when the classes were normally being taught, I was sleeping.
Yes, exactly.
because because the classes were recorded, I could take my laptop to the gym in the morning and prop it up on the treadmill. And while I was getting my running done, I was learning the very coursework that the other students had heard when the class was presented and stay on my normal waking hours and my normal schedule because the class was recorded. But the
Mm.
third thing I have to say is during times when I was able to join the class when it was really in session, there was a profound and excellent exchange between the professors and the students. And we would bring up points or we would review points that we had questions on. And the dialogue was just excellent as the class was normally going on. Those were three things that I found very, very moving about being a student through academic.
Okay, thank you so much. So this like 3 4 month coaching is enough to pass this exam, do you think, or student need more time, or they have to self study, or our material is enough to pass this exam?
Three things. When I looked at the original syllabus, your classes were actually scheduled to run through the end of December,
Hmm.
when in fact, the APC written exam was December 7th. And so there was a mad push at the end of November and beginning of December to ensure that we had covered all of the class items. And that was another reason why I'm convinced and was very happy that I cleared the exam on my first attempt.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. So at the end, if you want to say something to the students, those are watching us on YouTube, those are thinking that to write the exam and they think this exam is very tough exam, they may not able to pass in their first attempt. Any advice for the learners or students?
Absolutely. Take the pre-test, take the practice exams, take as many practice exams as you can. It was very interesting because my wife is also a physical therapist,
Okay.
even though she is not competing to get her Australian license. But she would go through the test questions with me. And some of them were so ambiguous that even with the textbook and 40 years of practice, we were still getting some of the questions wrong. And so I would recommend to both your instructors and your students, do as many practice questions as you can. I was very pleased when your instructors had the practice questions as part of their normal instruction period.
Yes, thank you so much. I think we added a lot of new this MCQs, this practice questions for the second batch. It was basically our first batch. You was the student in our first batch, and but now we added really a lot of new questions. So definitely this will help you for the all the students. So practice as many times you can. So this will definitely will help you to clear this exam. And thank you
Very
so
good.
much.
It has been my privilege,
Thank
and
you.
I am very pleased that you asked me to speak on your behalf. I was very moved by your instructors to be enthusiastic about my studies that I cleared the test the first time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.